Alright, so what this is going to go through is it's going to go through two examples of both the Banzhaf Power Index and the Shapley-Cubic Power Index. And it's going to show two examples, and it's going to be a discussion of the differences between the two. Okay. So this is going to step through. So the first one is the Banzhaf Power Index. Banzhaf Power Index, which the main focus on this one is what's called critical players. And the critical players, or the critical voters, are the ones that, without them in the winning coalition, which is the group of voters, without them in that winning coalition, it becomes a losing coalition. So an example is here. Okay, so our quota is 10. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so a winning coalition would be 5, 4, 3. Okay. That would be a winning coalition. If those three people voted for this measure, it would pass. Okay, it's a winning coalition. So the critical players in this one would be all of them, because if we remove 3, this 5 and 4 is losing. If we remove 4, 3 and 5 are losing. And if we remove 5, 4 and 3 are losing. Okay. So because if we remove any of these, they become a losing coalition. Every single person is a critical player. Okay. Now in the Banzhaf Power Index, what you're going to do is you're going to list off every single winning coalition that can be found. Okay. So listing off all these, we've also got 542, we've got 541, we've got 5432, we've got 5431. We've got 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and everyone 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So those are all our winning coalitions that we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we've got about 10 of them. And so now what we want to do is we want to identify all the critical players. Okay, so the first one we have 5, 4, and 3. The next one, if we remove any of these, they're all critical players, so every single one would be. The next one, all of them again. Now the next one. When we count these up, if we remove 5, 4 plus 3 plus 2 is under 10. Okay, so 5 is. If we remove 4, 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10, so 4 is not a critical player. If we remove 3, the other ones make it still pass, and if we remove 2, it can still pass. So 5 is the only critical player in this one. Go to the next one. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is under 10, so 5. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is under 10, so 4. 5, 4, 1 is at 10, so 3 is not, and 1 is not. Now we go to the next one. Let's see here. If we remove 5, if we remove 4, and that's it. The next one, if we remove any of them, okay, if any of them are removed, it's losing. The next one, if we remove 5, it's losing. If we remove 3, it's losing. If we remove 2, it's losing. The next one, if you add them up, it equals 10, so that means every single one would be. And then the next one, if you remove 5, you still get 10. If you remove 4, you still get 10, and so on and so forth. So there's no critical players in this one. So this one, there's no critical players. So now what we're going to do is we're going to count how many total critical players. So Banzhaf Power Index takes the position, so the player 1, however many critical players there are for the first voter or the first player, all over the total critical players. Okay, so we'll start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the first one, or if we count how many total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's 24. So all these are going to be over 24. Okay. because that's how many total critical players there are in this example. So now we're going to count. 5, we have a total of 8 of them. 4, we've got 6. 3, we've got 4. 2, we've got 4. And 1, we've got 2. So basically this tells us is that 5 has about 8/24 of the total power. 4 has 6/24. 3 and 2 have the same, and then 1 has the least amount. Okay, and this would be the Banzhaf Power Index. It's focused on the critical players, and what you do is you make winning coalitions, and you find the critical players in each one. Okay, that's the Banzhaf Power Index. Now the next one is the Shapley-Shubik. Shapley-Shubik Power Index deals with sequential coalitions. Okay, and now what these are when you write out all the sequences with the given voting, where does the winning vote occur? So if you can think of this, let's say we have 16, 8, 4, 1, 16, 8, 1, 4, 16, 1, 8, 4, 16, 1, 4, 8, 16, 4, 1, 8, 16, 4, 8, 1. Alright. So now if we want to find the sequential or the critical person in the Shapley-Shubik, it's when does it become a losing coalition to a winning one? And so if we count here, we need 18. 16 plus 18, or 16 plus 8 is over 18. So 8 is the critical person that we're looking at, okay? This is like the voting and when it occurs. 16 is the first vote, then 8, 4, 1. The next one, 16 plus 8 is when it turns over. 16 plus 1, it doesn't. 16 plus 1 plus 8 is when it does. The next one, 4, looks like 4, 4. Okay. And what you would do is you would write out every single sequence that is possible. In this case, there are 24 different sequences, or 4 factorial. 4 factorial different sequences, and you would find them. And how this one turns out, there ends up being 24, so since there's 24, then what you would do is you would find out each person. Okay, how much weight does each person have? And if you were to continue this one all the way through, you'll see that the person with 16 has actually 16 out of 24. The person with 8 has 4 over 24. The person with 4 has 4 over 24. And the person with 1 has no. So the person with 1 is considered a unsuspecting dummy. And the person with 16 has veto power. Just when you list out all these, you recognize 16 has to be in the winning coalition. Okay. All right. And so that's the Shapley-Shubik. And again, you'd put these into percentages to find what they are. Okay. So this one takes a while. You have to list out all 24 of them and identify the sequential winner, or the turning vote on them. All right.